Hi, everybody. So, 1st of December, almost to the end of 2020. Woohoo! I was about to say it's the end of 2021. Wishful thinking. However, I thought I might break down, rather than just sort of sing songs, I thought I might break down one of the medleys that we do. So this is another crazy medley that we do, and it starts with Rockin' Robin, and because there's so many different vocal styles in this medley, I thought I might just kind of break down how I would, do that. So we'll take it from the top. So this is going to be like a teaching thing. I'm just like talking about it. All right. So Rockin' Robin. Obviously, I'm not speaking so I'm talking to lots of people here, so you all have different voices. So where you would sing this song depends on your voice range. So, twiddly-dee, twiddly-dee. So that is probably going to be a pretty comfortable speaking place for the men. Twiddly-dee, 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 twiddly-dee. And all I would say is that the twiddly-dee, twiddly, 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 is a great vocalese. So basically, a vocalese is just a vocal exercise, and when you repeat a certain vowel, so twiddly dee 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 dee, you got the e vowel in there, e. The idea is, if you were doing like classical, this is not classical music, but if you were to apply classical technique to this, which I can't imagine anybody is, but I'll tell you anyway, you would try and match your vowels up so that you're kind of going twiddly-dee-dee, 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 and I'm not moving my jaw much. Twiddly-dee-dee, I'm not going twiddly-dee-dee, like I'm keeping it quite efficient in sound. And by keeping the vowel the same, you're making less movement in the mouth, so you're making just a very efficient sound, which keeps the tone up, so that the tone is nice and rich. But it's in your chest voice, so that should be fine for the men. And for the women, so you could, it depends on if you're I don't want to say alto soprano because everyone's singing a G here. Twiddly-dee-dee. I kind of do that in my head voice. That was my head voice. It didn't sound like twiddly-dee-dee. I didn't do it in a low laryngeal position, but I did do it in a twiddly-dee-dee. So this is my head voice. Ooh, puss, puss, puss. It's that voice. Ooh. So if you slide down to it, rather than going, ooh, twiddly-dee-dee, that's my chest voice. And that just seems like hard work. So I would go twiddly-dee-dee, twee, and I can do that all day, and it's not going to hurt. And it's just the thin part of your vocal folds. It's just my head voice. So, ooh, or ee, ee. Same for the guys. Ee, twiddly-dee-dee, twee, 1, 2, 3, and twiddly-dee-dee, 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 tweet, 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 tweet. He rocks, and what I would do here, when you go into the text, he rocks in the treetops all day long, where you just finished the tweet, 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 that E vowel, E, is a very forward placement. It's forward as opposed to ooh, which is back there. It's a very forward placing vowel. E, he rocks in the treetops all day long. I'm keeping it sort of in that forward position rather than going back to he rocks in the treetops all day long. You could do that if you wanted to. So you can either do it where you speak, which would probably be further back in the mouth, or if you were doing 8 shows a week, which you're not, but if you were, I would keep it in the forward position to make it easier. So you can just play around with that. So like tweet, 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 tweet. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. So there is right down there. You probably won't be able to stay in your head voice that low. That's really hard for the women. For the guys, he rocks. Yeah. I haven't got this written out. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bobbing and a singing his song. All the pretty birds from the J-Bird Street. You might want to go up to your head voice. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. Or you can sing it down there in your chest voice. All right, let's do the text. Tweet, 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 tweet. He rocks in the treetops all day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Shepherd's tree. Love to hear a robin going tweet, 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 rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, tweet. Go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. And then I change key. Little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. And you could do that in your chest. Just see how, just play around with the different sounds, doing it in your head voice, taking your head voice down. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. Or every little swallow, every chickadee. That's more your chest voice. So wherever you hear this song in your head, because your song. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. The wise old owl, big black crow, flapping his wings, singing go bird go. And the other thing I would say about that verse is that every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. What sort of tree? An oak tree. The wise old owl, the big black crow. So this is like a list of people. The wise old owl, the big black crow. What are they doing? Flapping their wings, singing go bird go. Okay, so then there's an action in there. So always get behind the actions, really connect with the actions, whatever verbs you can find, and be very specific about who we're talking about. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird, where? In the tall oak tree. The wise old owl, the big black crow. So you're doing a shopping list, yeah? And then they are flapping the wings, singing bo go bo. So you've got that sort of different texture that comes in when you get into the action. And then to the chorus, rockin' robin, tweet, 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 a rockin' robin, tweet, tweet, go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on and join me, hon. We'll have fun when the clock strikes 1. Clock, rather than clock. Clock strikes 1. We'll have fun. I set it up on fun. We'll have fun when the clock strikes. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. And this here, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 1, which is the middle B. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, da, da, da. 7th chord. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4. So if you do that in your head voice down low, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. You could stay in that voice all the way up. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Or you can start in your chest voice, your spoken voice. 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. So it's got more, hopefully you can hear it in the recording. It has more, feels like it has more energy to it. And it does take a lot more energy to do it. Put your glad rags on and join me, hon. We'll have fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Pretty little raven bird, what pretty little raven at the bird's first dance. Don't even do a bob and it was grand. So all in my head voice here. This is a B below the C. So B4, pretty little birds. This is good for the guys' voices. This should be really comfortable. Pretty little raven in the bird's first dance. Taught him to do a bop and it was grand. He started going steady and bless my soul. He bobbed down the buzzer down the oh, rockin', tweedly-dee, oh, rockin' robin. Go rockin' robin, 'cause you're really gonna rock tonight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. And then I purposefully went to something very different, because sometimes you hear songs better if it's they stand out because it's I wish I should really put the music here. I never have the music in front of me when I do this. And it's in like 5 flats and that was wrong. So all I'm going to now is sorry, it's not Touch Me, it's Midnight. So I'm just relaxing the jaw, making sure there's no tension, taking a nice breath, because the way that you breathe will affect the way the sound comes out. If I go me, it'll have a different sound to me. the sound following the breath, they go with each other. It's not like one and then two. The way that you drive it affects the car. So